Thank you both for joining us today. I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit more about HaHa app. Real quick, can we just get two introductions from you both on who you are and what brings you into the Web3 space?
Cool. All right, I guess I can start. My name's Moo. I'm the founder of HaHa app, and my background is mostly engineering. I did my bachelor's in computer science, and then worked for big tech for a couple of years. Did Microsoft first, then Amazon. I'm sure you've heard of those companies. And sort of, I got into crypto very early on when I was in college. I think the first one was my first ever purchase was in Bitcoin in 2013. Back then, there was just Coinbase, and you had like Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. So, the space was very new back then, and I thought the concept of trustless, permissionless, decentralized money was really cool. And so I bought my first Bitcoin back then, and then later on, when I heard about Ethereum, I thought, oh wow, you can do Turing complete programs on the blockchain. That's an order of magnitude even better. So I just started getting deeper and deeper into the space, and traded crypto for a while, and then eventually I reached a point where I said, you know what? Why not do this full time? It seems more interesting than my day job. So eventually I quit my job at Microsoft and started HaHa app, which is a crypto aggregator and wallet where we sort of allow you to sort of track your portfolio assets, but also we're mobile focused, and we're trying to provide users with a good NFT trading experience. So that's me in a nutshell.
Yeah. Hey guys. So I'm Young Gucci, or you could just call me Max. Recent university grad. I have a background in mechanical engineering, and I actually got into crypto in 2020 when my brother told me about Ethereum. He was like, "Hey man, check this out. The number only goes up." I was like, "Dope." And then the more I dived into it and did more research about it, and obviously I got into NFTs last summer during the craze. And since then, I've just been flipping, trading, and knew I always wanted to work in Web3. Moo and I were introduced via a friend, and it's been full force since then.
Excellent. Kind of two sides of the spectrum. You got the engineer who found a Web3 that way, and then the degen. I love a good mix between the two.
Yes, sir. I am the resident degen of the company.
Well, you're in great company today. Or I would like to, I don't like to put labels on anyone, but we're a lot of degens in this group. So excited to talk to you guys about HaHa app. So
perfect.
We kind of had an overview from Moo there on HaHa app, but let's get a little higher overview of exactly what HaHa app is and what it's aiming to be in a space that's full of, especially during this bear market, tools, aggregators, and things like that. What's setting HaHa apart?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to share my screen actually, because we have a little deck we can run through while talking to it, just to have a visual guide. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's go. That's great.
Awesome. Give me a second. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Moo and I realize there's a lot of problems currently with trading solutions on mobile. Like they're practically almost non-existent. Basically, the way you go about stuff is you go into your wallet, you go into the browser, you go to the marketplace or the aggregator that you want to go to, and you have to physically copy paste the address to get to the NFT. Often the UI UX is not the best, so it really, really is like a big disadvantage to be trading on mobile. And so what we kind of want to do is provide a solution to this. So what our solution is a seamless, easy to use NFT aggregator on mobile. And how we've accomplished this is we have automated limit orders, so buying and selling NFTs. This is the only solution on mobile, and also only the solution using smart contracts. And what we mean by that is that I'm sure you guys have heard of plenty other sniping bots that exist, but often what these guys are is one, they're desktop only. B, to actually use the tool, you have to put in a private key or whatever for them to act on your behalf. So they're actually not acting trustlessly, whereas we are in fact are. So we allow limit order buys, we allow limit order sells. How these work is for a limit order buy, we offer three types of limit order buys. One is that your classic, I want to put an order in for the floor. Say if ever Clone X would hit 5 ETH, I want to have the limit order set for when it hits 5 ETH. I don't care what I'm getting. I just want it when it hits that price. The second kind of product that we have is trait-specific limit orders. So you're like, hey, I only want maybe a Clone X with Murakami drip, or I only want an ape that has this sweater and this jacket, or this sweater and laser beam eyes. And then you can set a limit order for that price as well. So we kind of allow the combination of traits, the specificity as well. And then the third kind of limit order buy that we allow is on single NFTs. And what this means is, this is great for one of ones or your grails or generative art. You can just place a limit order on one NFT, and when it reaches that price, we'll automatically buy it for you. And on the limit sell side, what we've actually come up with is we aggregate offers. So it no longer do you have to wait 16 hours a day waiting for an offer to come in if you really want to get rid of something. Or, you're chilling at your computer and you miss a notification that OpenSea emailed you that there's an offer, or the buyer simply ran out of wrapped Ethereum, or someone else accepted the offer for you. But we've actually created a novel solution that will accept these offers on your behalf as long as it's within the requirements that you set. So this means, hey, I'm willing to accept an offer between these two numerical ranges. If anything comes in between, say, a Clone X between, 6 and 7 ETH, if anything drops in there, I'll accept it. Or, hey, we can do a percentage of floor so that it changes dynamically. Hey, I want a Bored Ape if it's 95% of floor. If an offer comes in, we can automatically accept that for you. And how you do that, we ask, via mobile app. We've actually built in our own vertically integrated wallet, which actually allows us to act trustlessly and in a non-custodial manner. So it's you have access to all of your private keys, and we don't. We can't even get into it. It's not even stored on our backend. So that's really what sets us apart. Moo, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think so this limit sell feature that's coming up end of year / January 2023, and we're super excited to have this working. And like Max mentioned, we actually never, unlike existing solutions, we never get your private key or your seed phrase. So when you place the limit order, what happens is basically when you pre-fund the order, it gets locked into a smart contract that we've deployed. And then we will monitor the OpenSea marketplace. And then as soon as a listing comes in and let's say is at or below the price you set, and it matches either the traits or the specific requirements you set, we will attempt to basically fulfill that order and execute that. And basically what that means is it keeps us honest too, because even if we tried to buy something that you didn't allow us to do, it would actually fail. So it's like I mentioned, this is to my knowledge, the first solution that allows you to place NFT limit orders trustlessly.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, tons of questions.
Let's get into it.
Full of questions. So when you say that this is the first, aggregator that allows that trustless, execution, do you mean that holistically, or do you mean that for mobile specifically? I'm curious.
So right now we have a mobile solution because we found that there's no, valid or good enough trading solution offered on mobile, but we'll be quickly deploying a desktop version as well.
Yeah. And I don't know if there's any desktop solutions out there that does it with smart contracts, like at least for auto executing limit orders. So I guess there are some that allow you to plug into a liquidity pool, but you don't get the specificity. Like I want an ape with golden fur, for instance. You don't get that choice. You get whatever the floor is for some other solutions.
And those AMMs are often they're restricted just to certain projects, right? Whereas marketplaces and exchanges, it's anything you could possibly want.
Got it. Okay, and then you kind of mentioned a reference earlier about sniper bots and how we understand that there's sniper bots out there, but for the mobile space, have you guys actually tested your all's automatic buy orders versus, you know, a sniper bot or anything like that? Has any kind of testing been going? I'm curious to know how it would compete with someone like that. Maybe a sniper who is scouring the, you know, the Bored Ape floor once it hits this price, boom, versus an order in your all's application.
Yeah, so we're currently we've done some testing, and we have a private limited beta right now, so it's still ongoing. But in terms of, I guess, how often it beats them, I think that relies on a couple variables, right? Like one is how congested the blockchain is. Like, is it actually competitive, right? How high are gas fees right now? And also, like, you know, it's how competitive is the NFT that's been sniped on. And also, there's an element of luck in it as well, to be honest. Like, we broadcast pretty quickly. We like, for OpenSea, for instance, we're using the same node provider as what OpenSea is using themselves. So we're actually pretty fast. Like, we're, depending on how fast you have it place the order with the human, we beat them. I don't want to make any hard guarantees, but more often than not, we actually win out. And obviously, that means you still have to place enough gas to let it execute, obviously. So.
And just to provide perspective as well, there's numerous ways you can use the app. If we're going for, like, we're scouring the Bored Ape floor, we're going for, like, that ultimate grail snipe, like something that's going to give us, like, an easy 10 ETH flip or whatever. There's that side to it, but there's also the side of, like, hey, this new project just minted. They're going for, like, 0.1, 0.2. I just want to set, like, 10 limit orders whenever it, like, if there's a little dip because listings increased and whatnot. And I want to scoop them up at the bottom here. And then I want to have my limit sell order ready for when they hit, like, I don't know, 0.2, 0.3. So we enable both sides of that kind of, like, degen trading, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it definitely does. And one thing that I think is interesting is doing it from a mobile perspective, because I'll be honest with you, lately there are rare times where I'm sitting at my desk while I'm in the NFT space. I am either, you know, a kind of inside joke here at MVHQ, I'm either taking a bath or I'm, you know, out watching dogs, or, you know, out at IKEA or Costco shopping something during a mint, or during you know, the perfect time to sell and things like that. And as a trader, I'm a holder, baby, because I keep forgetting to sell. So I definitely see the need there. So that's really interesting in a neat perspective. Now, there are a lot of different things that I have questions on in terms of the mechanism. So when I initiate a smart contract for a sell or buy order, effectively, I am also putting up the ETH in that smart contract. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I have to have the 1 ETH, so to speak, if I want to sweep a 0.15 ETH floor, you know, and say, hey, buy 7 of these. That math doesn't add up, but whatever. I would have to be able to put that ETH in that contract.
Yep. In the first version, that's exactly what's going on. And, you know, as we develop the app and we make it a better aggregator, you'll eventually, because, like, obviously you have to lock up the ETH for that order to fulfill, and you want to do more with that ETH, right? So eventually we're going to have a way where it's like you can lock it in the smart contract, but you can also enable other limit orders. So it's like, hey, if another feature comes along, I mean, there's another opportunity that comes along, even if it's locked in that contract, you can still act upon other things. That's a big feature.
Yeah, potentially even different collections or different, you know, so that the ETH that you locked goes, you know, you don't have to create a separate limit order for a different collection, for instance. Right now, it's on a per collection or on a per individual NFT basis.
So it's almost like taking your money from your wallet and putting it in a savings wallet in a contract to say, like, hey, here's $1,000 in ETH, and there's 19 floors that I'm interested in, and if any of them hit this parameter, it pulls from that contract, right?
Exactly.
Right. Think of it as an escrow, except the escrow is trustless. So,
what do you You mean I shouldn't be trusting my escrow for my mortgage right now? I'm sorry. New home buyer.
Well,
so I can use the term.
when that moves to blockchain, I think that'll be that'll be interesting.
As a home buyer who used crypto to buy their recent house, we probably have about 100 years till they're up there. Trust me, it's a slow process. But that's neither.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank crypto. But no, awesome. Okay, so now as an aggregator, there's a lot of people tend to you have a lot of competition in terms of all of the things you guys are claiming that you want to do, right? I think in your chart you had who are our competitors, and it was just about everybody under the sun, and you guys were kind of in the middle in a beautiful little chart there. Now, a lot of these aggregators, a lot of these marketplaces are incentivizing people to use their application, whether it be a particular airdrop crypto or fees back, things like that. One question is how do you guys want to incentivize, or how are you guys going to try to incentivize to get people to use your platform more, other than just the basic benefits of what you guys are offering? And then two, what exactly? I literally lost the train of thought. Answer that first question first, and we'll get back to the second one.
Yeah, no, great question,
Okay.
Ryan. So,
Max, you want to take that?
Yeah, I'll take it. Just free feel to jump in, Moo. So actually, what we literally launched today is what we call our incentive and reward program. So this is already built into the app, and essentially what we've created is a karma point system. So you can earn karma points with every interaction you make within our app. These karma points are our way of rewarding those who use our systems and features to the fullest extent. These points will play a major role in our future HaHa airdrop. And early adopters of this application will benefit the most. So honestly, be sure to get on the action now. And how we're sort of rewarding people, you can go on our app and check on the onboarding checklist, and it has a full list of everything. But some examples off the top of my head would be, okay, create a wallet or import a wallet, you get 10 points. Create a limit order buy, you'll get 50 points. If you purchase an item using a limit order, you get 100 points, and so on and so forth. What we've also done is we just started our own contest. So how this is working, it's going from now until the end of the year. And what we've decided is that the top 10 users who trade the most volume with our NFT limit order feature will be awarded with the most amount of karma, sort of as follows. So we're going to give 10k points away to first place, 9k for second, 8k for third, 7k for fourth, 6k for fifth, and then 5,000 points for everyone between 6th and 10th place. Additionally, this is for everyone else here. As, since we're getting close to the holidays, everyone who successfully places and purchases an NFT using our limit order feature will automatically be entered into a raffle to win one artifact Dunk Genesis crypto kick. And to top it all off, the first place user from the most volume traded will also be gifted one of these artifact Dunk Genesis crypto kicks. So this is just our incentive program that we've literally just launched. Whoever gets in early, all of our partner communities will be the ones who benefit the most.
Understood. Okay. That makes a lot of sense, and I appreciate you clarifying more on that. The other question I had that I so graciously forgot in the middle of me talking about it was, one of my questions always is, how do you guys profit from it? Because not just to say like, oh yeah, how do you guys make your money, blah blah blah. But if I'm gonna trust a group of people to pull off something as great as what you guys are promising here, I want to know that you guys will be able to make money, right? So I'm curious. Totally. I'm curious to know what your all's monetization factors are.
So our current business model, and actually everything else I'll explain a bit more too, is that we only take a 1% fee on successful limit order transactions. And given that everyone is doing like zero fee trading platforms right now, it might be a bit different since it's what we're doing. But if you download our app, you'll notice that 1, we are also a portfolio tracker. 2, we are also a wallet that offers, you can send your NFTs. You'll eventually be able to purchase crypto. You can buy NFTs like you normally would. So as long as you're using the app, we're not charging you anything. It's only actually on these successful limit orders that we take a cut. And we find this is really, really beneficial for users, as a lot of these, other sniping bots and whatnot, usually you have to have like an NFT that you bought from them, and they're never cheap. They're usually expensive. Don't even get me started. And then, or a lot of these tools and services, they charge you a subscription fee to actually get the best trading features, which is outright ridiculous, especially in a bear market, because you just end up feeling guilty that you're paying for something and not even making enough money to break even on the actual subscription. So we decided that a 1% cut on successful limit orders is a good starting place. And then later on with our airdrop, obviously you're going to have less trading fees with the token. But this is all hush hush for now. I can't say too much or else Moo might get mad at me.
Yeah, the HaHa token will play into our ecosystem where the plan is if you pay using HaHa tokens, you'll get a discount on the fees. And naturally, the token gets its value because when you're paying with the token gets, has an equivalent value when you're paying fees with it. So,
yeah, but for now it's just a 1% cut on successful limit orders.
Yeah.
Okay, understood. So we didn't talk about the incentive program or the HaHa token in the incentive program, and you mentioned airdrop. Did we reveal too much there, or is that did I miss something there? So there is going to be an airdrop.
If you go on our Twitter right now, you will see that there will be one.
Okay, so the alpha here is to get in early, do these onboarding things. And use the application as much as possible.
Yep. We just announced it probably 25
Accumulate
minutes ago.
As much karma as you can is probably the best advice I can give.
My grandma told me that a while ago as well. So that's good info. Okay. Well, that's great. I appreciate you guys dropping that alpha. I'm a little upset you didn't let us drop it here first, but 25 minutes ago, I'll give you guys some credence on that.
happy we can make stuff work.
I love it. So okay. So I guess my next question is the platform live right now? Like what kind of beta are we looking at? Like when's official launch? Kind of give us some key dates here.
Yep. So we actually launched our private beta, I believe it was last Thursday or maybe 2 Thursdays ago. It's been very busy since then. But we are live on iOS, Android right now. So you can go to the App Store, you can download our app, and then you'll open it up, but it'll just be a portfolio trackers, and the beta features will actually not be enabled yet. And the way we're doing that is only partnered communities get access to that. And how we do it is we collect email addresses. Once we have your email address in our database, we whitelist you so that when you come onto the app, the beta features, which is the limit order features, will already be enabled. Or you can go into the settings, and if you're whitelisted, you'll be able to turn them on. I have a pre-mint link that I can drop in office hours chat, if that's cool, just to get everybody. We can start collecting email addresses if people are interested.
Hell yeah, please fuck it up.
Yeah, do it. Max, do you have the link that you can just spell it out in the since this is recording? Or is that URL too long?
I think it's too long for me to write, but I have it in the office hours there. They can pin it or something.
Yeah, the good news is for instances like these, I do this little number here. Watch. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this was recorded on December 12 at 5:27 p.m. Just go into office hours chat and you'll see it right there from Young Gucci, a little pre-mint link. So, should be good there.
Awesome.
So
yeah, we're actually fully up and running, and only partner communities are able to use these limit order features.
Cool. I'm definitely going to sign up now because this is interesting to me as someone, again, who is always out and about when it's time to sell or it's time to buy. I can be a little preemptive here. So
no longer do you have to bring your laptop to the restaurant when you're out with your partner or your family. You can just set that order and chill.
I would not be married if that was me right now. So, thanks for helping our marriage.
Yeah. Do we want to? We can actually do a run through of the app working if we have time for that.
Yeah, that's great because my next questions were okay. One of the features I have is that are interesting to me is the portfolio management because so many apps out there get it wrong. I remember early on in all of this, I used God, what was it called? Anyway, and it was a great little app, but it got crypto really really well, did crypto really great, but when it came to NFTs, it was so like every time I log in, it'd be like, you have a $4 million evaluation, and I'm like, don't tell my wife that, Jesus Christ. So like, and as we've gone on, we've gotten better ones. WGMI has been okay at it, even though they're really slow. So I'm curious to know and see how that runs.
Yeah, I'll just give you a heads up because we have our portfolio tracker is pretty dope because you can put your public wallet addresses. You can also import your exchanges, and then we can track all of that in one unified spot. So you don't have to go running around looking for everything. And in terms of NFTs, we just do floor values for now, but we're looking to add better valuation methods as well, just so everyone has a little heads up to that, because it's a frequent request we get.
That's awesome, and I love the idea of being able to track exchanges and things like that. Does that include centralized exchanges, or I would assume not?
Centralized exchanges.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the portfolio tracking aspect, if you go to portfolio, you have the combined view, which has both your coins and your NFTs. So I could say, well, here's my Cool Cat collection. I have one here that I can view. But I can also go to my, let's say, coin individually and say, well, I have some ETH and I want to look at it in Coinbase. So I can look at it, scroll through over time. It looks like it hasn't dropped that much over the past month, right? You can also see for centralized exchanges that provide this data, we can also see how much money you put in, how much money, what your average cost basis is here. And also, how much money you put in and how much money you're out. So, and obviously the transactions associated with that as well. So that's the portfolio tracking aspect. You can see also, your NFTs, right? Cyber brokers. And one of the nice thing here about it is we will automatically hide the spam NFTs so that you're less likely to get rugged if you accidentally click on them. So we have, but if you show hidden NFTs, a lot of these are spam ones. So we just hide them to sort of protect you guys. But obviously, if you think, well, with Uniswap V3 positions origin, if you think that's not a scam NFT, you can always unhide it and show it in your portfolio. So just in case if you do want to see it. So, but like I said, we do NFT tracking pretty well for your portfolio.
And we're in the future we're looking to add DeFi positions as well, but that'll only happen in the new year.
Yeah. I was going to say what you guys are proposing here is already pretty ambitious. If you were going to be able to do liquidity pool tracking, I was going to freak out. So,
Ryan, you just wait. I'll be sending you a message when it's ready.
I'm always curious, and it's not that I don't doubt you guys or that I have no faith or something like that. It's just I love it when ambition comes in. So I always have these questions, when a team like that happens, which brings me to, I guess, my question, if you guys don't mind. I have a few questions on this app, but one that just came to mind is, how big's your all's team?
It's 7 people right now. 5 engineers, and then 2 I guess I count as an engineer too, so.
I actually have a background in engineering, so Moo, I'm also an engineer, but
yeah, technically it's all engineers.
Technically it's a team of engineers, but no, Moo and I handle all the business stuff, and then there's a big team of 5 engineers.
That's crazy. I mean, this app, it's so funny. And again, it's not skepticism. I want to be very clear. It's not negative skepticism. It's just wow, because I feel there are a lot of big time companies out here who have not got this right yet. And I mean, you're showing me a live demo of this app, and it's fluid. It looks great. It seems like it's doing all the things that it needs to be doing. Granted, I haven't poked around or poked holes in it yet, but it's pretty incredible. So kudos to you guys just from this demo alone.
Thanks, Ryan. Because we're really tapped into NFT degens where we know the trends, we know the market trends, so we can easily, and we have a really fast moving team of engineers, so we can provide features very quickly, and we know what the people want. Compared to bigger companies where there's a lot of bureaucracy and it takes time for stuff to go through.
For sure. And one suggestion, it's curious to me that you guys are doing it based on floor. Would it make more sense, and maybe this is craziness, but I have a ton of NFTs that have a floor of 1 ETH, but it's because no one's buying it, and no one will buy it because it's just some random NFT that no one will buy. So the floor is not technically 1 ETH. It's just what the lowest listing is. I'm sure somebody, somewhere wouldn't, and it always gets included on things like that. Would a better way of measuring it is like an average of the past 10 that were purchased or something like that with little outliers being taken out or something like that? Or is that maybe part of what you guys are looking at later on?
Yep, we're definitely adding valuations. It's on our list. We've had this conversation multiple times. And it's just a really hard thing to pinpoint because, you could do the last sales, but what if, liquidity suddenly dries up and you thought you had this mid-tier rare one, but really at the end of the day, people are only accepting wrapped Ethereum offers on the floor. So we just provide the floor value for now to give you, that minimum low ball, and in your head it could be worth more. But we really do want to add valuations, maybe depending on last sale, how liquid that current trait might be. There's a lot of different ways to approach it. We haven't figured out the one we want to do yet, but it's something that's definitely going to be added next year.
Yeah, for sure. It's, I think there's, I think 2 components to this problem. One is how do we, how do we sort of, because NFTs are non-fungible, it's sort of not trivial to say, put exact price point on it to equivalent, let's say 2 different NFTs to each other with the same price. I believe OpenSea recently released I think it's an open rarity protocol where you can sort of say rank NFTs in a collection by a standardized process. That's something we're looking into right now. And then, so that's one aspect, is getting that rarity score, right? But then once you have that rarity, then it's sort of, using heuristics to figure out what's the most likely price that this NFT is worth. So Max mentioned, we're probably going to try out a couple ways or, different ways to display this, right? With the floor price, then you'll get probably a most, pessimistic but guaranteed if you were to sell it. But if you, maybe there's a most probable where we use, current market conditions and prior history to calculate a likely price if you were to sell right now. So, but that's definitely in the works, and that's been sort of in high demand that we've seen from our current beta users.
Okay, that makes some good sense there. But God, there was a question here that I had, and now it is completely lost on me. I hate when that happens. We're talking about
we could do a live demo of the NFT limit orders while you think of your question too.
Yeah, that's great. Let's go for that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I guess we could do this live where it's 1 sec. Let me screen share differently so that you can see the seller too.
And I'm sorry. While we look for that, I do have the question real fast, if that's okay. Just before I.
Okay.
So you guys are being able to I'm able to track all my different wallets and all my exchanges and things like that. Do you guys plan on offering an export feature to help with things like taxes and things like that? Clearly not taking on that space of being the expert on taxes, but being able to take all that data and being like, okay, here's my my P&L for the year. Is that something that you guys are looking at?
Yeah. This is probably the second or third most required. Is can I export this as a CSV or Excel file? That's something we're looking into providing Q1 of 2023. and like I said, we support multiple exchanges. Coinbase is probably our number one or number two mostly asked for. So, and then Binance and Binance US is our other interesting one. We used to support FTX as well, but for obvious reasons, that has been removed. So
I've been gone for the past 3 months. What happened with FTX?
I hope you didn't put all your money there.
What are you talking about? I have all no. Is an exchange like crypto.com or Bittrex on there?
Crypto.com, we're working on it. It's their API is a little finicky, so we're not. We're looking into it, but it's we'll provide an update once it's available.
Oh, good. It's a very finicky product in the first place, and it's terrible that people have to use it, but it exists. So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If you have any other exchanges, feel free to request.
Awesome. Well, let's get into this demo. I can't wait to see it.
All right. So basically, on the right side, you have the HaHa wallet user, right? So someone who wants to buy an NFT. And then on the left side, this is someone who, let's say, wants to sell this NFT here because he wants to make some money. So the left side is the seller, right side is the buyer. And in real life conditions, these two people would not know each other. But for the sake of the demo, obviously, they're both me. So what I would do is, let's say I want to set a limit order. So I would go to OpenSea and
but on this tab
click
here,
on it.
Right now it's just OpenSea because it's our MVP. But soon enough, we're going to have all the Ethereum marketplaces, and there's going to be a new UI that essentially will allow you to set limit orders across marketplaces, right? So that's the ultimate goal. But for now, it's just OpenSea. Oh, it might just be slow.
OpenSea's a little loading pretty slowly right now. I don't know what's...
Give it.
Okay, well...
We are talking about OpenSea here. It's not like they're known for being the peak
fastest
running.
Yeah.
So essentially, what we've built. Unfortunately, you can't see it now, but essentially we've what is it? Not reverse engineered, but we've tapped into the OpenSea API. So it's as if you would normally go about looking through OpenSea, but we've actually added some unique features if their API gets working, and then we can show you sort of how it works to actually set those limit orders.
Yeah, I don't know why this search is not working. But okay, so let's just place an NFT limit order, and then we can always it won't execute because we don't control the NFT that we're selling, unless So looks like it's not loading. But if OpenSea were to work and it were to load, you would see a limit order button here, and on a collection basis.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, but it's not loading the rest of it.
Yeah. Strange.
Yeah.
Sorry about this, guys. It's the first time it's happened.
The old, this never happens. I think no, I'm just kidding. It's all
the old, it never happens.
Again, we're dealing with OpenSea right now, so I completely get it.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe while we wait, Moo, why don't we just show them the video, the Loom video?
Sure. We could.
Since we can't do the live demo right now, we can just show you a recorded video. It's practically the same.
Max, you want to screen share?
Yeah, just give me a second.
You should stop the stream.
Are you doing that through BlueStacks as well?
No, actually, this is just through. It's iOS. I'm just using QuickTime to share my.
Okay. Sorry. I was going to say BlueStacks runs really slow on my computer anyway, but got it. Okay.
Give me a second. I'm preparing the videos.
Set a limit order on an NFT collection.
In the meantime, Moo, see if it works later, because I really want to give these gentlemen a live demo.
Yeah. This is literally the first time this has happened. I don't know why it's
no problem. I promise. I think we believe, and plus we're all going to be able to sign up on this pre-mint and try to get some early access too, so we'll be able to see it for ourselves.
Yep. But here, I'll share my screen in the meantime, and we can kind of run through a video. Let me know if you guys can see the screen. So essentially what Moo is trying to show is that once you go on to a what's called collection page, normally you have this OpenSea, but we've actually ingested some of our own JavaScript. And as you can see, there's this massive purple set limit order button. And when you click on that, it allows you essentially to pick the desired traits you want, or if you want to just do floor. So in this case, we're just doing individual buy, right? So we just want this monkey. And essentially what happens is you scroll down and you see this limit buy button down here. So you have your add to cart, you have your make offer, which is completely normal. But now we have limit buy. And this is how it kind of works on an individual NFT. So this pop-up happens. We want to buy this NFT when price is below X price. So then Moo here enters. This is Moo, by the way, in the video. He enters his price, and we want it to effectively buy it if something happens like that. So we set the price. It takes about, Moo, how long does it take on Ethereum network?
It depends on when you broadcast, but usually about 5 to 30 seconds is the norm.
Yeah. And so right here, this is kind of the pre-confirmation screen you get. So you have your limit order. You have the commission, which is part of our 1% fee. And then you have the gas fee as well. But unfortunately, what we can't show you through the live demo now is we've actually added a new update, which would be between the two, and we call it our fulfillment fee. And it's essentially extra ETH you can deposit into the smart contract so that we can send your transaction with higher gas when the time actually comes to act on that. Because that was a really requested feature, and it's much needed as well. Because say it's like you want to snipe something and you're willing to spend, anywhere from 0.5 to 1 ETH, because you really want to get that. Maybe it's a really good flip opportunity, or it's one of your Grail NFTs, and now we essentially enable that. But in this demo, it is not there. And then you have your total where it comes out to. And then if we move along, he's going to hit confirm, Face ID. Takes a few seconds to broadcast onto the network. And then once it's complete, you get a little pop-up notification. Your order is created. And then we can't see down here. Oh yeah, now we can see it. But if you head over to your schedule tab, this is where you're going to have all your NFT limit orders. So we have the buy. These ones are successfully completed limit orders. You'll have coin prices there. And now I can give you another example of how we place a collection limit order and with the traits as well. So similar to what we did with the other one, we navigate to the collection we want. Say we're just using the monkeys because we are monkey whales. You can go to collection buy. And this is what happens essentially when we click on the big purple button before navigating. So you hit it, and you can just do your normal buy an NFT from this collection when there's an item below the price. And we also allow traits. Does Moo do traits here? Yes. So right here, if we want to do a price, then you navigate to the traits tab. And from here, you can choose any trait from the collection. You can just do 1. You can do 10 traits if it exists for your collection. But essentially, we allow that specificity versus, like pseudo swap or NFTX, where you just deposit into a pool and they don't actually have that specificity. So then again, he selected his trait. He selected the price that he wanted to buy it at. And then boom. And then the order will complete. And then we get the same pop-up as we get before. Your gas fee, commission, limit order, your total, Face ID, and then we lock in that order. And then we can kind of give you you don't get to see the seller screen, unfortunately, but the order was created. And this is kind of how a pop-up notification would look if the order succeeded. You're waiting here, say you're out and about at IKEA or Costco doing your groceries, and boom, congrats. The monkey set a limit order on his purchase. So we do have those webhooks and those smart notifications as well. So that's sort of a run through, Moo. I don't know if what's it called? The live is working, but that's sort of a run through of how it works. I can send you guys a screenshot actually of what the new fulfillment works.
Yeah, I think that's a great summary of how it works. I think I have a good general idea of what we're looking at. So
nice.
I know a live demo is always preferred for on your all's side, but I think that works. Do you mind dropping a link to this video?
For sure. I'll send both logos. I'll also send the blog post, which kind of explains it all as well.
Okay, awesome. Well, great, gentlemen. I I really appreciate you guys showing us this. Wanted to make sure we found time for two things. One, if there are any questions out in the crowd, questions from people listening right now, if they have one that they want to ask. And then two, just a quick either summary of kind of a wrap up of what you guys are trying to accomplish here, or maybe if there's something that you missed or something that you're excited about that we didn't talk about that you'd want to shine some light on. So any questions out there in the crowd today? Our crowds are generally pretty quiet crowds, so do not take this as an offense.
No worries. If they want to type it in the chat
No
too
worries.
at a later date or DM us, we're always happy to answer any questions.
Excellent. Okay. And well, then the last is I'll let you guys say your piece again. Either something that you forgot to mention or excited about that we didn't talk about, or just a quick summary of what we can expect from you guys.
Yeah. So we're aiming to be the Robinhood of NFTs, basically allow a good mobile experience for people to trade and manage their Web3 portfolio. Max, did you have anything to add?
Yep. And essentially, we just want to be the best mobile aggregator for now. Desktop version coming soon, because I know most people trade on desktop. So we do answer that question. Airdrop coming next year. There's your alpha. Currently have our incentives program. Get in while it's hot. And I think that's all on our side. We really want everyone from MVHQ who's interested to sign up on the pre-mint link, and we'll get you sorted up. Jump in our Discord if you have any questions or concerns.
So, well,
We're also available on Twitter. If you follow us, it's HaHa_app. So HAHA_APP.
great, guys. Again, really, really excited. I love teams that are shooting for the moon. I feel like this is a really ambitious project, and it seems like you guys have done a lot of great work, and can't wait to see it come to fruition. So everyone, if you're listening to this by this point, you already know, but get in early. Make sure you get your karma in, karma farm if you can, so you can get ready for that airdrop. And again, guys, thanks for talking to us. Can't wait to see your all's application be the success that it seems like it will be. So thanks for the talk, and have a great night.
Thanks for your time, Ryan. Thanks for everyone who tuned in.
Thanks for having us, Ryan.
Yeah, have a great night, guys.
Take care.